Blog Talk Radio.
Hey guys, this is Those Guys with your host, Matt Marrero, along with your other host,
Tristan Walter.
And, it's another Star Wars Wednesday, right? That's what, we're recording this a little bit in advance because we're trying to not record, near Christmas, right? Trying to give the general Those Guys crew some time off, minus me. I'm always fucking working. But, giving you guys some time off in terms of podcasting and Let's Plays and stuff. But, so we're recording this in advance for Star Wars Wednesday, which is very close to, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. So I got the idea, right, to do something called the Star Wars Christmas Special, or the Star Wars Holiday Special. Now, I wanted to save you from doing this. Tristan, from watching it. So I was trying to get Anthony Sanandris, one of our other co-hosts, to do it. He was unable to because, sadly, he does have a life and other priorities. But I will give you his home address, and you can settle this with him personally. Not the fans. I'll give you Tristan. What?
Matt, I'm sorry. For whatever reason, I've completely blanked out. I actually don't know what we're doing today. I feel like
don't worry.
There was an hour and a half somewhere where I was watching something that we were supposed to be doing tonight, but I just can't for the life
version
of me
that I
remember
had
what it
was 2 hours long. I had to skip through 70s commercials. Your move. It was 2 hours long. I had to skip through 70s commercials to, not 70, no, 70s, because it came out in 1978. So I had to skip through 70s commercials and other, news reports talking about also some Star Wars commercials. I had to skip through some of those just to get to the actual content, which I realized, why am I even fucking watching the actual content?
There is none.
So to anyone... Yeah, basically. So anyone who doesn't know what we're talking about, or at least has heard about it, but thinks, should I watch this? You should.
It doesn't exist.
No. You should watch it if you're sitting around thinking, man, I really feel bad during the holidays. I need a pick me up. I don't have much going on. I feel really sad. Things are really down for me. What can give me a pick me up and make me go, wow, at least I'm not in the Star Wars, holiday special. I know some people might think, but that would probably drive you over the edge. Not if you're already at rock bottom. If you're already at rock bottom, this is just the way. There was a further rock bottom. No, no, I feel like this was horrible, but when watching this, you realize, wow, my life isn't as bad.
I suppose you could think of it that way, but at the same time, when watching it, you're not going to think that way.
Probably not. No, it's like It's a Wonderful Life, except it's a shitty Star Wars special. That's what.
Even Lucas himself wants to take a sledgehammer to it.
Oh, I love that so much, by the way. Lucas, it's very interesting, though, because apparently Lucas did not have as much control as he wanted to, but he was in his head, according to his narrative, he said, CBS wanted to do it, and we gave them the rights to do it. But apparently, according to some other people, Lucas did get, shots. Shots as it, not drinking, he was just I gotta fucking take a shot. No, he got actual,
he must have had to drink after he saw it.
Oh, correct. Yes, and during, and before, and or just in general. Knowing that this exists, I'm pretty sure he has a shot daily. But
and forevermore.
The point is, and forevermore. But no, the point is that apparently he got daily episode shots, as in he had to approve certain things, and so in other words, I don't know what they didn't tell him or what somehow snuck by, but it's just I don't know if he was thinking, I'm approving it, but then it'll look better. I don't know what he thought. How it would look, but clearly, this special is just taking a shot right at my language. I just can't speak.
Right into your exhaust port.
Thank you. No, that's where it came out of, someone's exhaust port. This thing. Now, here's what's interesting too, right? I mentioned this thing came out in 1978, right? So if we wanted to be chronological about it, we could have done it right after A New Hope. Because that's when it takes place. So you have to look at all of this whole special, and see it taking place after A New Hope, but before, Return of the Jedi, and before The Empire Strikes Back. I know I said them in the wrong order. But still, before those. So in other words, Boba Fett was randomly, I wonder if this, and I know it's funny because you might say no one should remember this special as a whole, but a lot of people talk about the Boba Fett part of it, the animated part of it, as something like a shining example of what could, if there was an animated series, we could have gotten a lot more from Boba Fett, and that would have been great. I wonder if this is another thing that people, or kids at the time, and who are grown up now, of course, latched onto, right? It's cool, Boba Fett. Because again, as much as we both love the Fett Man, when it comes to actual, canon stuff, movie-wise, he was barely in. He was barely in, the original trilogy. We're not going to talk about him in the prequels right now because we're not there yet. I haven't rewatched them. I know he's in the prequels, but yeah, you know what I mean. That's his canon, movie-wise role. I think you mentioned he's been in some other animated stuff that I haven't actually seen myself.
Yeah.
But yeah, so, in terms of, back then, it's just I wonder if this just added more to the lore of Boba Fett. He actually spoke. Spoke lines, man.
If that's what people started latching onto as more Boba Fett content, there is no apology that I could come up with.
Really? Compared to the rest of that special? Okay. Here's the thing though. I'm not talking about the animation quality was horrible, but the story was it was solid.
I guess so.
I'm confused. You can't say that the story in that little animated short, where it was just hey, we found this guy. Hey, you don't really know me, so I'm going to try and, help you out. Oh, that's so cool. Actually, he's with the Empire. Well, yeah, we knew that. And then, we as the fans knew that. And also, it's oh, no, we got rid of him this time, but, I assume next time it would be an actual, because I remember hearing that was an actual Boba Fett. So, it wasn't going to be, Luke and crew, whatever. It's going to be the Boba Fett story. So we would have gotten more Boba Fett stuff in space had it gone on.
Right. Okay. I mean, I guess I just...
What was so horrible about that animated special to you? No. It's not. No. It's despite the special. The animated part is good despite the special. No, I'm asking, what was so horrible about the animated part minus the actual animation, which was horrifying?
I mean, story-wise, I guess there wasn't really anything wrong with that, but just, I can't. I see it as
the animation was horrible.
I see everything that, actually, no. You know what? I don't see anything. I don't even... I'm not even going to admit that this actually exists and that I wasted an hour and a half of my life watching this, as compared to you wasting 2 hours of your life going through commercials along with it.
Yeah, no, I skipped the commercials, but still, so it was less. But I just I forgot to say this in the beginning of the episode. I want to apologize to you for putting you through this. But here's what I want to ask. So I think I brought this up to you. Or to someone, just, obviously not on the show, just talking about the special in general. I feel like this special would have been a lot better had there been subtitles, or they were speaking in English, or whatever. No, hear me out. Either subtitles, right? English, whatever language is native to you, or if it had been animated. Because as much as I love these practical effects of, suits and Wookiees being, the physical suits without CGI, I do think, things can get away with not things, as in creatures, can get away with not being understood for longer periods of time when they're animated. So I'm wondering, what do you think, if you're going to have to keep the Wookiee parts in, or at least just have some Wookiee parts, do you think it may have been better had we known what they had been saying, rather than just hearing for fucking God knows how long?
I mean, in my opinion, there's absolutely nothing that could have saved this, but
not
I
saved.
suppose,
Believe me, you can't save the Titanic, but you could at least you could at least talk
you
about.
could at least get some survivors.
Yeah, you can at least get some survivors off the damn thing. So, do you think it would have possibly been a little bit better if we knew what the fuck was going on, or if it was animated, or if they were actually like speaking in English again, or subtitles, something to give us an indication of that's what you're doing?
Yeah, I think subtitles would have been better. I mean, shit, even if it would have been like you think of a play and you just see the screen, the script for the play, and you just see like the directionals. Oh, he looks off into the distance, he's pondering this, blah blah blah, shit like that. Even that would have been better than nothing.
Yeah, no, because I think that's what hit me the first time, because I've seen this 1.5 times. I saw years ago, maybe 6 years ago, I saw 20 minutes of it, and we never looked back. But then I just thought, you know what, Christmas is coming, Star Wars is here, and just everywhere, right? What do you mean Star Wars is here? It's not a phenomenon. Look around, okay?
Yeah.
Star Wars is here, and it's going to be here to stay for another 1.5 months. And then it'll quietly go off until about 2 years from now.
Yeah.
And then Star Wars will be here again. Yes.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I look at this special, and I just feel like it could have some of it could have been salvaged in terms of how much the Wookiees. There was so much time spent on the Wookiees that it feels as if they really should have had a way to let us know what's going on, rather than just trying to pick up on, because of course everyone else had to be there, because for some reason, even more so than in the movies, they had to have a C-3PO or someone else just repeating, the sentence, where it's just ooh, are you saying that Chewbacca isn't there with you in your home on Kashyyyk? Is that exactly what you are saying, Lassie? Ooh,
yeah.
Yes. Wow. I did. Okay, so I did get it right. And you just said thank you to me for getting it right. Ooh, oh, stop it. You're such a charmer the way you just complimented me on my hair. Literally, that was fucking every little...
Yeah.
It was just...
I mean, at least in the movies with Han talking to Chewie, at least he would just, reply and be like, no, Chewie, I don't think that's the deal. Shit like that, to at least give you a little context of what he was saying without...
But without actually repeating the whole thing as
right.
Wait, is little Timmy trapped in a well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and was it just me, or was Mark Hamill caked with makeup?
I was actually going to get to Mark Hamill soon, but I want to mention that circus number, right? People got a paycheck for that.
Oh God, yeah.
People got a paycheck for that. No, but here's the way I feel about Mark Hamill. Because I thought the scene with Luke was really good, right? I thought it was a fun scene. Whenever they talked to the main cast, I thought it was fun. But I loved Mark Hamill's I wasn't ready to go to work today haircut. I didn't realize we were going to do more of these haircut.
Yeah.
Once it comes to the movies, they get his hair looking, in my opinion, perfect. The little, if they need to, they'll have the little, I'm thinking the little curl. Right, the Luke Skywalker curl. Once it gets a bit more serious, they cut it down a little bit. Yeah, but just the way his hair was dyed, as well as the way it was cut, it was just wow. Star Wars really is a hit. Shit, I cut my hair.
Oh God.
How fucked are we right now? Do we need a wig? No, we don't. Okay, right? You would think, put a wig on the guy.
Yeah. I mean, I just felt like pretty much everybody from the original cast coming back, starting out with Luke, just looking into the camera like, I'm dead, right? This is hell. Yeah? This is all a dream. This isn't happening, right?
That or it's this is a paycheck.
Either that or he's just sincerely contemplating in his mind, how much am I getting paid for this?
That or it's just it was either this or porn, and I realized men would have kept my dignity with porn. Yeah. But
oh God, could you imagine Mark Hamill being born with some of the voices that he's done in animation?
Not until this second, you sick fuck. But the point is, so I was going to say nothing wrong with porn, though. Like, I don't think we should talk about it as if it's like it's like nothing wrong with porn if you're, if you want to do that and you're comfortable with your body. But just the idea of just like, it's either that or it's just this. And it's just like, that's very, like, I think everyone would rather go for porn compared to fucking the Star Wars special. I mean, you're already getting fucked in the ass with a special anyway, so it's just, you might as well just do porn.
You might as well be literal.
It might as well be literal, right? At least, it feels exactly the same. If you watch the special, it's like, man. So anyway, okay. I will say one thing about this special, all right? I do like some of the depths they went into in certain things, but at the same time, I have to sit here with you and just go, routine maintenance checks? Fuck yeah, I want to see that. Fuck yeah, I want to see that. Like, it confuses me a little bit that Lucas says he's not a part of this, because I'm like, really? You weren't part of the routine maintenance checks? I'm pretty sure you'd also want them to sit with the Senate, wouldn't you?
Well, I mean, like, a big part of it for me is, like, the whole thing about Star Wars is, out in space. Or at least, on different planets, yeah, but there's something going on. I mean, granted, some Imperial troops came in and started looking through their house, but again, usually there's some kind of conflict going on that's resolved. Like, if the Empire was blockading the planet, was blockading, Kashyyyk, and the Wookiees were in danger, it's like, and Han and Chewie are like, we gotta go save your family. That would have been interesting.
Yes. By the way, so I called it, was it Kashyyyk? There's actually a villain, I think. I don't remember where. It might be from Power Rangers. It's Kashyyyk, but no, it's Kashyyyk. Anyway, yeah.
I mean,
Kashyyyk.
I've always called it Kashyyyk. I don't know if other people have other pronunciations.
No, it's fine. Yeah. Oh, by the way, fuck that. As much of a good guy that he was, fuck that goddamn mechanic for mentioning Han right near the Empire rep. This is after the first movie. Han is kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I got to be honest, all right? And I know you're going to hate me for this. I do think that the cooking scene was funny once the host ended up having 4 arms. But, I mean, well, the thing is, once he, or the actor was a man. I don't know if I should say he because technically the character, is intergalactic. I could use they. Point is that it was trying to parody Julia. What?
Right. No. Laughing.
It was supposed to be a parody of like Julia Child, which she was back in the 70s. She had her own cooking show just like that.
Right.
They also parodied that, I think, in SNL. If you've seen some if you've seen 70s SNL, and I forgot what the actor was, but I love him. He's in Ghostbusters as well. He would end up doing like a Julia Child thing, right, where he was dressed up in a dress. He was like, the first thing you want to do is cut it like this, and then actually cuts the finger, cuts his thumb off, and he's just holding it. So and then you have to make a tourniquet from, as the blood is just spewing. Because it's fake blood from a hose or whatever. So it's and then you have to make sure to, and it's just great because it's the entire scene of her just or him playing her just losing blood while it's trying to cook, but also keep the blood from stopping, but also make a turkey. It was great. Yeah. I think it was a Thanksgiving one. But anyway, so this was kind of a parody of cooking shows like that. And it was funny, I think, once the 4 arms started coming in. I was like, this is great. But at the same time, the amount of time that it took to get to that joke was just hey, again, this is what I want to see in Star Wars. Cooking shows.
Right.
Look, I'm cool with this being...
Not to mention the 3-minute tutorial of, little Lumpy putting together his little console.
Yeah. Oh, we'll get to that. We'll get to that later. Same actor, by the way. I believe that's the same actor that played the 4-armed. I know that some of the actors in this, because these were a lot of celebrities at the time. That they got. Remember that a lot of the reasons why a lot of these scenes were long too is because even the bands too, they were all cameos from people at the time. It was oh, let's get so and so to be in this. Let's get so and so to be in this. But even at the time, right? Even people who, at the time go, oh, I know these actors. Still, I don't think it was worth it. to sit there and be like, man, cooking shows on my Star Wars, fuck yeah, this is the one thing that was missing. I sat there and I thought, man, what's wrong with Star Wars? No cooking. No, but I'll take it as like a parody, right? Like I'll take it as like Adult Swim working with Lucasfilms, right? Wants to make something really funny, like a cooking segment, alien thing, right? With the Wookiee,
right.
Like this can work really, really. Most of the special could work really, really well if it was played up as a complete joke, like a Wookiee sitcom.
Yeah, I mean
would be hilarious. Well, I know, but like it's funny. It felt like it was weird because like a Wookiee sitcom to me would be a lot funnier, where it'd be like Chewbacca coming home with like an older hat, just like, honey, I'm home, woo, woo, woo. And then she'd be like, woo, oh no, your boss is coming. Oh no, actually, it wouldn't be your boss. Oh no, Vader's coming to dinner.
Yeah.
It would, no, that's what I'm saying, like, that's what I see a Wookiee sitcom being, and it would be hilarious. This, like, it felt like it was...
Chewie would just be like, oh, not again. I had dinner with that guy once before, and then I ended up in jail.
And she's just like, you have a son at home. No, but I feel like, because the thing is, you can't call this a sitcom because not only are sitcoms funny, but also they were trying to go for more like a daily life of feel.
Yeah.
Which is why it hurt so bad. Because as much as I'm sure I'd love to see more of Chewbacca's family, I don't give a fuck about their daily lives. I've only realized that after watching the special. It's like, wow, I really don't care. I really don't care.
It's like of all the side stories to choose from, it's like, let's go with the daily life of, Chewbacca's family. Guys, you sure you don't want to, think about this one? Don't we have a few other choices? Like,
I think this is the cheapest one they could have done.
Oh, yeah.
No, that's what it is, really. I mean, it has to be, because anything else would have involved laser effects, would have involved a bunch of suits going at it and fighting each other. No, like there was almost no physical contact in this thing at all. And once things did get serious, they became animated. So let's really let that sink in. The most serious part of this entire special was animated, and not only poorly. I mean, let's put a fact that it was fucking poor, but it was still just done. Like, that was the fucking only thing. Just, and we'll animate it.
Yeah. I mean, it was a television special, so I guess... I mean, there's no excusing what was presented, but still.
No. You are correct, though. While there is no excuse, at the same time, we can find a reason, right? The idea that, nowadays I think television can look a bit better in terms of... I do think that a Star Wars live-action TV show could come out, in my opinion, if you're making it... Because look at Doctor Who, right?
Yeah.
Even the ones that are quote unquote on Earth, they'll still do something where they'll try and be, in a sewer, or they'll try and think about the vegetation, right? The second, in Doctor Who, the entire, there were forests everywhere. It's just like, oh, hi, it can be basically another planet, if you're looking at it from Star Wars, lenses. So you can do a lot with, I think, a Star Wars live-action TV show now. But back then, here's why I say this, right? Back then I was seeing, it was a commercial with C-3PO and R2-D2 with the green screen talking about their toys that are coming out. And you could tell, the little imperfections with the green screen. Now, of course, yes, they use green screen in the Star Wars movies as well, but again, the budget varied a lot more compared to today's TV shows where, also, again, the idea that CGI and certain special effects are a lot easier to do now.
Yeah.
So I do think that if they ever came out with a Star Wars Christmas special again, it would actually do very well, because they could do very well on a TV budget, I think. Sure, it wouldn't be like the movies, of course, right? I mean, look at the newest movie. We haven't seen it yet, but just by looking at some of the CGI, of course, a TV show wouldn't look like that. But there's a lot you can do. There really is. There's a lot you can do. So but yeah, back then with the I would argue shoestring budget that they had, very, wanted to be, also they wanted to be a lot more. I mean, hey, you look at Star Wars, right? Back then it was very much, the prosthetics and the suits that I enjoy, right? So I have no problem seeing these Wookiees. It's just that, again, it comes to their daily lives that we don't give a shit about and having to fucking understand them.
Yeah.
Also, I don't think that people, families wanted to tune into the Christmas special to see Wookiees looking at porn. But then again, I shouldn't speak for the entire fan base.
I'm
sorry, but before it turned into a musical number, I was wondering what 800 number I should call.
You noticed
it too, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just sitting there like, no.
Just like, literally just, Grandpa, keep your hands where I can see them. Don't make any sudden movements.
Like, we're still in the room. Can you take that to your own room, really? Oh, God.
But yeah, that happened. By the way,
to mention the creepy mechanic.
Yeah, he actually wasn't the worst guy, but he was a very interesting fellow. What I think was horrifying, and this, I don't even mean this as a joke, and I mean this like completely seriously, and I know, I make a lot of jokes, but I really do mean this, and it's a little scary. Did you fucking see like the resemblance to God, how do I word this? To kind of like a Nazi Germany kind of feel. The second that the Empire just walked into Chewie's family's house and was just like, oh, can we see your identification? We want to make sure, we would like to search the premises. I was like, ooh, this is not giving me the right feels for Christmas right now. And even though this aired on Thanksgiving, but I was still just like, no. Thanksgiving, Christmas, I don't want to start thinking about Nazis on these days. Like, I know that the Empire has been very racist, and, their gear, some have compared it to Nazi gear, like the way that they dress. But so I understand.
They're not called stormtroopers for nothing.
Exactly. So I understand the obvious, parallels, but I'm really not a fan of just knocking on the door and just saying, like, so do you have anyone from the Alliance in here? It's like,
no.
This is a family thing. Let's all laugh, everyone.
Yeah.
How the fuck do you say that to the kids? Just like, oh, whew. I mean, that's some scary fucking shit.
Blockading the planet would be one thing. Going door to door to say, can we see your identification? Oh, you're with the Alliance. Please come with us. Not exactly the angle you probably should have gone for.
For Christmas, anyway. I mean, again,
exactly, yeah,
it's
for a holiday
this
special.
For a holiday special, yeah, exactly. Well, because this name, the name of this is either Christmas or holiday special. It can go either one. So we'll probably jump between both names. But yeah, no, it's just. I mean, here's the thing, right? If this was an episode, at least the whole like, oh, we're capturing you and blockading the planet, whatever, stuff like that. If this was an episode of Clone Wars. Well, I haven't seen much of Clone Wars. I feel like it would be pretty amped if it's just like, oh no, Chewbacca's family has been taken, and it was a very tense scene because the fucking Empire just came in and was like, do you have your papers? Like scary shit like that. It would seem tense, but this is a fucking holiday special that a couple minutes ago it was just like, and here's our band, essentially. And then fucking circus performers, and we've had so much fun and pep and stupid shit. And
then it got real. It got real quick.
A little too quick, and then it just stopped being real when it was just like, oh no, everything's fine. Even though we're the Empire, we're still pretty happy. Oh, and I was like, okay, because they were not like they were intimidating at first, but it's like they realized, right, these lines could offend pretty much everyone.
I mean,
right?
Yeah.
And then they just took it down to like from 10 to like 0.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, still love how they found a way to turn this scene.
Like the oven just goes off and it's like, oh, dinner's ready. Would you like to sit down with us? And they're like, well, yeah, I mean, I'm pretty hungry. I guess we could, and then they just all sit down and have dinner together or some shit.
It was basically getting there, yeah.
Just it's like that's what cuts the tension. It's like the oven timer goes off and then that's what cuts the tension and shit like that.
That's another thing too that I just realized you don't want to get anyone, because I was thinking of Nazi Germany, realizing this was fucking put out on Thanksgiving. The last thing you want is a foreign nation coming in to kill off the natives. The last thing you want on fucking Thanksgiving. It's not just that, but it's like stormtroopers are there and they're white. All right, okay. Well, this is horrifying.
No, their boss is black.
Thank goodness. Thank goodness we have you here, Tristan. Thank goodness.
I'm sorry, I had to.
You don't have to be sorry for anything, because the writers of this show still found a way to go from, man, isn't this uncomfortable, to, and welcome to, our musical guest, because of course the kids are fucking watching television. And all of a sudden they go into a band sequence, and I'm like, dear God, why? I mean, I have to give them credit for creativity, but that's literally the only thing I'm ever giving them credit for. It's like the gold star of nothing.
We're going to hang this up on the side of the fridge, because it's nice, but at the same time, it's like you got a gold star, but it's we don't want people seeing it when they come over.
I was actually going to say, Daddy, that's not the side of the fridge that people can see. Exactly, son. Oh, exactly. Yeah.
Oh God.
Can we turn the fridge? Can I turn the fridge around so they can see that side? Oh, if you want to, son, but just like much of what you do, it will end in failure. But thanks, Dad. My dad's so cool. For fuck's sake.
I'm gonna go outside and play in traffic.
What?
I said I'm gonna go and play outside in traffic.
Oh, don't worry. Is he gonna be okay? Probably. Fucking kid survives everything.
They're hover vehicles. He's got a good 5-foot clearance. He'll be fine.
No, yeah, it'll be good. So we're actually up to the animated part again. But before we move on past it, I just want to say, I don't know, I like getting a better look at Boba Fett. I really did. All right, I like getting a better look at the Fett Man. All right, he's cool.
All right, yeah, I mean that's fair enough.
But then we move on. Also, here's what I found weird. Here's what I want to tear it down. It was weird how they integrated it, because we saw it as a full-on transmission, I think, but we saw things that probably shouldn't be transmitted.
Yeah.
No, it's like when someone in a show says, "Oh, I remember it like it was yesterday," and then they remember an entire episode from different camera angles, and it's like, what the fuck are you doing? Now, I'm not saying everything should be first person when someone is remembering or watching something, but at the same time, it was being shown to the little kid, which, by the way, scary as I can't believe the fucking kid had to see that. I'm so sorry, kid. Your dad could have died. I'm so sorry. But the kid has to watch his transmission, right? But apparently, again, fucking the Empire did not see. So, I mean, yeah, right? That's what I was saying. They seem extremely incompetent. And so we
only
have,
when it matters.
only when it matters, right? Oh, let the ship go by. There's no life forms
only
on
on screen.
Basically, right? Off screen, they fucking have an empire, right? When we're not looking, they fucking excel. It's like they're just really bad at tests. When everyone's watching, when there's a test going on, when it's ooh, no, I failed, right? But doing their homework, getting their empire together, flawless.
Although honestly, they're actually
great at prep
in
work.
the newest animated series with Star Wars Rebels, they actually make some jokes about the stormtroopers that I think you'd probably appreciate, and probably a lot of other people
You've told me about some of them. You've told me about some of them.
Because they were going, spying in a ship, and just the two of them are firing at oncoming stormtroopers, and the one guy rips his helmet off and throws it on the ground, and he's just like, I can't see a thing in this stupid helmet. It's wow, that would explain a lot. and like the other thing, like one of them gets hit with something, and he's like, "This armor doesn't protect you against anything. It's like it's made of plastic." And it's like, well, they do mass produce them for like everyone that joins the Imperial Navy. What do you want?
That's amazing. No, because we've talked about it. That's a joke because the originals were literally just plastic.
Yeah.
And they weren't even mass produced, which sucked. They actually had to do something they had to do them by hand. It was terrible. Some of the scuff marks and stuff on some of the original suits.
Yeah.
But we're talking about stormtroopers. But yeah. So, okay. Here's what we're up to, right? Man, do I want to see Star Wars infomercials. Basically the guy explaining to the kid how to fucking make the fucking thing. I loved it. Just, yeah, Star Wars infomercials. How is this not a parody? How is this real life?
Yeah.
Did you question that a lot during the special? Like, how is this not a parody?
Oh, yeah, definitely. That was dude, as soon as it started, I was like, this is a joke, right? Somebody put this on Lucas's desk and been like, yeah, we thought this was really funny. We all got really drunk at the holiday party and decided to mail you this. I'm really sorry about this. I can just make this go away right now. And he's like, no, let me see what you did. And it's like, okay.
By the way, something we didn't mention in the beginning, in case anyone wants to know where to buy this, you can't. This has never been re-aired. When it aired once in the U.S. and anywhere else, you know this, right? You know that, right, Tristan?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
never been aired ever again.
This was only aired once in the U.S. and once everywhere else. It had to air at the time in 1978 for Thanksgiving. I don't know when it aired elsewhere, but I know in the U.S. it aired for Thanksgiving, and then it just never aired again. And no DVDs of it. If you try to, so don't buy a DVD of it, because if you're like, oh, cool, it's on DVD, it's not legit. It's bootleg. Right?
Yeah.
Do not, So literally you'd be fucking so it's like just watch it on the internet somehow, because, never do we sit here and go, man, you have to go pirate something. There's literally no other way to watch it. And this isn't something like, oh, no, but, this isn't like something like, oh, but it is licensed in Japan or it's licensed over here. No. There's just no way to watch it. Yeah. Right? You cannot buy this anywhere.
It's probably better that way.
No, I agree. I agree. I do think that because of the time that I've lost, I'm just going to be sitting in a hospital bed one day, just, at the end of my life going, if only I had that hour 20 back.
30 minutes back.
Oh, the glorious things I would have done for that hour and 20 minutes. But now I'm dying. Right? Either that or I may have not realized it. This may have actually shaved God knows how many years off my life. It may have, watching this special, maybe, actually being in the center of the galaxy.
Oh, God.
Because, remember, when you're in different points of, when you're at different points of, time and space, you age faster.
Yeah.
So,
speaking of time and space, I would honestly like to take a ride on the TARDIS and just go back to that day in 1978 and see people's reaction to this in real time.
Oh yeah, because we know how people feel now, and we don't disagree with how they feel now. We're there, right? We are the now. We understand. 2015, we get it. But I do wonder what people thought of at the time growing up, because I wonder if a lot of people were skewed based on the fact that, they maybe saw it when they were a bit older, or they saw it once, saw it again, and now know that it's shit.
Yeah.
I really want to know what little kids thought at the time when they saw it. If they really did sit there and go, there was not enough, not enough action. It was crap. Right? I assume kids in the 70s just said crap. Just because. Crap. No, but seriously, just, I want to know what kids actually thought about this. I might actually go around, but it sucks too, because you want to go around and ask people, but they're not kids anymore. So they'll have their opinion of it now.
Right.
30 years later, of just like, oh, God, it's terrible. But I want that 8-year-old experience. The problem is, if you get kids to do it now, it won't be terrible because of the content. It'll probably be terrible because of, the Wookiee suit. But, oh, my God. This fucking special. So, yeah, you can't actually get it anywhere. So good luck. If you have a DVD copy of it, you do. but there's a reason why it looks like shit, because someone made it out of a VHS copy.
Right.
Yeah. By the way, so okay, when we started seeing the Cantina, did you notice that at least at first they had to have been using stock footage from episode 4?
Yeah, I thought so too.
If they didn't, then they still have the Greedo suit because Greedo was alive.
Mm.
So like, unless they use the suit again without realizing it, or they just took that that footage of like what?
Yeah, no, I was gonna say
he didn't die.
Or no, yeah, he didn't die. Yeah, there you go. No, like, what if it was before he went to meet with Han? Like, it's the same day.
This came out in 1978. In theory, it's supposed to be after they did their shit. No. I have to admit, though, all jokes aside, I was thinking that, too. I was just like, I wonder if they're trying to be like, oh, this is before. And I'm like, no, but it's happening right now. And because of the fact that clearly Han and Chewie, not only does everyone know each other, that's the first thing. Everyone knows each other. But, like, even if they didn't, still, like, the fact that Han and Chewie are looked at by the Empire as not so good people, clearly, A New Hope has happened. So either now someone could try to be like, oh no, it's not Greedo, it's actually like one of Greedo's race. Fine.
Yeah, I mean, could have been Rodinian just from Rodan.
Just chilling. Yeah, but
I mean, if they could, they probably reuse the suit or two if they could get their hands on it. Yeah.
No, I mean, well, the thing is, they obviously could have because, again, they gave CBS the right to do whatever the fuck they wanted to. So so that's why they had the right to use everyone that they did, not only as actors, but again, of course, Chewie's suit and everything. Oh, by the way, before we talk about the actors, I loved how even fucking Chewie was like, hey, there's a guy, like the narrator, there's a guy in that suit, but for R2-D2, and R2-D2 starring as R2-D2. I was like, that's fucking
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I was so happy. Because, like, even fucking, like, C-3PO was like, yep, there's a guy in there. But for R2-D2, it was like, nah. It's just a robot. I loved it. I was like, thank you. This is hilarious. Because I love when these stuff like that. Where she's like, Luke, no, that's what's horrible. There actually was someone. It wasn't like it was automated yet. There was someone in there.
No, yeah.
And there was a voice actor, too. But, But still, to me, it's just funny when, like, they'll say something like, and Luke Skywalker starring as Luke Skywalker. So, Mr. Skywalker, how do you feel about the Force? Like, shit like that, like, it really makes me laugh.
Yeah.
I really love just, how do you feel about the Force? Oh, the Force is just something that's inside all of us. It's something that I think any of us can tap into and get the full power of it. How do you feel about the recent comments about being mitochondria in your blood? May the Force be with you. How do you feel about it not really being more of a religion, more of kind of like biology? May the Force be with you. How do you feel? Go fuck yourself. Force be with you. Luke just flies away using the Force. Literally, like it's at this point that he can just use the Force to just levitate and just fly away.
I mean, technically, you could do that.
Technically, if you wanted to. But anyway, so Greedo's still around, apparently, or something. I don't know if you know who B. Arthur is, but she was the bartender for the Cantina, and I loved it because I thought, wow, she would be the only one who could fucking tell the band to stop playing. Like, she's a very powerful woman. She was on the Golden Girls.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, no, B. Arthur, who apparently Deadpool loves, by the way. I don't know if you've seen those strips, but like basically Deadpool he just like, love you, B. Just like he'll just be talking to himself, talking about how much he loves B. Arthur, and it's great.
Nice.
But anyway, so this was, I don't know, for some reason this scene in the bar before she started singing, I was like, you know what, this is actually really funny because some guy's just trying to hit on her, right? And it's hilarious to me because like you're thinking he like where is he pouring the drink? He has a mouse in his head because of course he's an alien, like, right? But it was such a nice, like, in my opinion, it was a nice low budget way to just be like, oh, he's different because he's an alien, right? He looks humanoid, but he's an alien. But we're not going to really show the hole because there isn't really a hole. Like, I don't know, it was a nice low budget way I respected them for that, in a way. I just didn't like when it was like, and let's have a musical number. Then I just didn't give a fuck.
Well, because it's a cantina, Matt. You can't have a cantina scene without a musical number.
I love it. Just Han Solo, just tap dancing, and that's why I shot first.
Oh God.
Ba-ba-da-ba, ba-ba-da-ba. He's just like tap dancing, snapping his fingers on his way out. Ba-ba-da-ba, yeah.
No, it would have been even better if Greedo walks in, but he's in a cloak, and he just, people start talking to him. Yeah, I remember somebody got shot in here last week. It's like, it's going into the whole thing. I'm not dead. It's so wonderful to be alive. Han walks in again. Oh, shit.
What I love is you're saying it like that. To me, it's like, pizza to ba, pizza to ba. Like, I forgot how he sounded, but remember his fucking, he didn't speak English.
Yeah.
Spoke his own language.
Yeah.
No, but seriously, it would be interesting. I love it though. Just Greedo's. I thought you were gonna say Greedo comes in. It's like, I heard someone got shot. I heard he pissed his pants when he died. No, he didn't. He was crying for his mom. No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. I heard that he just loves his mom moderately. Like I would love that so much. Just no, I heard he died. It was just a horrible scene, and he was crying the entire time. It's horrible.
He didn't even shoot first.
No, what an asshole. No, I'm pretty sure I heard that he shot first. No, I'm pretty sure that he shot first. But then what did he do? He missed?
I'm pretty sure I saw it.
What kind of shit shot is that, right? What is he, a stormtrooper? No, I heard he was really good and respected in his communities. Like, no matter what Greedo tries to say, like, no, he did shoot first, and he missed at point-blank range.
Yeah.
And no matter what.
For whatever reason. Just like Jabba is, like, slithering by. It's like, wow, he was my worst bounty hunter. I'm kind of glad we got rid of him. Now I got a better one. He just starts crying at the bar. It's like, whoa, man, you okay?
You're reminding us of that guy that died the other day. Anyway, so I have a question for you. So, okay, did you notice that when Han grabbed little baby, I don't give a fuck, and said everything's okay, right? Did it also seem to you like he was just talking to us, like to me, to you personally? Like the special was close to being over at this point. So I felt like Han, or maybe even just Harrison Ford, was just trying to reassure the audience that everything's fine now. It's almost over.
It's just about over, just a little bit longer, just hang in there.
Yeah. Dear God. And then it didn't end there, though. Leia started singing. And you look at the entire cast at that point, and I don't know them, right? I don't know them personally. But I feel like this could be their most, like, they could have regretted this moment the most out of any moment they've ever had in life. Because this is the moment that they're like, wow, I regret this.
Yeah. No, you could see it on all of their faces. Definitely.
Yeah.
And I felt so bad for them.
Me too. Before I ask you, some more things like what you thought about this special overall, because, we've been hearing a little bit about you, but we really should be going through my notes. I know you didn't take any notes because you just didn't have the heart to. So you want to know what the biggest problem with this special is?
Please, Matt, enlighten me.
They were able to end this thing 3 fucking times, but it still kept going. They could have ended it with Han, right? I mean, he saved the family. We're good. They could have ended it with Leia.
Down for dinner.
Yeah, no. They could have ended it after Leia, was done singing. But no, they went to commercial again, and then they came back, and it was like, and now they're all sitting together holding hands. And it was like, oh, God, thank you. Goodbye. Have a nice time. Leave me alone. I don't know if I can watch Star Wars for like another 6 years.
Yeah, the Wookiees don't even wave you out.
But because did you notice that too? Like, they really could have ended it, and it would have been great, but then they just didn't.
Yep.
But before we wrap this up,
everyone just could have turned around and been like, and for those of you who thought this was for real.
Yeah. Oh, George Lucas, such a kidder. Come out here, George. The mom pulls off the helmet. Oh, George was in a suit the whole time. Nuts. Oh, man, George. You are so nuts. He's just like, have a good night and have a Merry Christmas.
Yeah, that would have been honestly better.
Yeah, if George Lucas was the mom the whole time, that would have been better.
That would have been hysterical.
What if George Lucas secretly played every character?
Oh, God.
I know you're just like, but like minus, you're like, but minus like Luke and Han, right? No, that was still George.
No,
you said that
everyone.
You said that Mark looked heavily makeup. It was actually George Lucas.
Yep. Oh, God, that's what it was.
That's right. You're like, it's all making sense now.
It was just that one opening scene with him in the garage with R2. It just looked like his whole, like he was just caked with makeup. I'm like, why did you do that to him?
Probably
Mark
because
Hamill's a wonderful man. Why did you do that?
No, he looks great, but it's probably because of the lights they had on him. Because he was clearly on a stage, on a set. So with a lot of lights. So they probably thought, with the lights, we need some makeup on him. Also, as I'm sure you know,
I understand that, but like,
remember too that you have a very bad copy.
Yeah.
So any lights that they used, or any kind of like tints that they may have used post production, it just may look even worse to you. So he looks like he has makeup on, but really it's just a mixture of the lights and any tints and real makeup, of course. Actors, all actors will get makeup on them. Unless, they want to go for a more real look for a movie or something, then they won't really, get makeup. But usually have makeup on their face.
Yeah.
But anyway, before we wrap everything up, I want you to, in a nice little, not super duper 2-hour long rant, tell me, what do you hate about this special?
Are you asking me this seriously?
Yes. Because we know what I hate, and I know that you agreed, but I want you to pick out something, maybe something you hated the most. Maybe something you liked. One thing. I don't know. Just, I want to know what did this do to you? Mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Okay.
I mean,
that sounds about right.
Yeah, pretty much. A piece of me died.
Okay.
I was actually proud of the fact of never having to see this and never ever going to see it until
it's not my fault.
And,
I'm gonna give you Anthony's. Look, actually, what's even funny is I don't even think I asked you for help. I may have said you were my only hope.
You may have, and that just makes it even worse.
That triggered it. Oh, like that triggered. You're just like, damn it, like literally just. Like that's just in your head. It's like, you're my only hope. It's time. You immediately become Obi-Wan.
It was funny.
OBT, Walton Obi.
Because you actually came to me before and said, oh, yeah, we should do the holiday special. And I was just like, no.
And I was fine with it. And I was fine with it. And I tried to get Anthony on, and, Anthony has work. So...
And then when you came, like, when you talked to me recently, you were like, so, the person who I had doing this, they couldn't make it, so I need your help with something. And I'm like, oh, all right, let me help out my buddy Matt. I would help him out in any situation if I could, if I had the time. I would definitely help him. And then you said, oh, yeah, by the way, we're doing the Star Wars special. And I just, you were dead to me at that point. Like, you vanished.
You know what's great? First off, you're talking to a dead man right now. So, who's Obi-Wan in this situation, motherfucker? Anyway, but I loved when there's literally a fucking text, and I have to screen cap it somehow to show the people that it exists. You said, oh God, what did you say? I think you said, I hate you right now. And I said, not more than I hate myself.
Yeah. I don't know.
And that's a fact. Well, maybe not. But my God. So we're at the end of our show. We would like to thank you all for listening in. We're very sorry I'm very sorry.
I personally apologize for Matt and his debauchery and having to put you through this. But
no, I just
it's over now. It's okay now. It's okay. I know.
I just need I need a long shower is what I need. Like, I think a lot of people are gonna be like, man, we need showers after this show. Yeah. I will admit, I would like to see a Blu-ray version of this. I would like to see a legal version of this because I want to see. I want to actually because I want to have people paid to have to touch up this and actually have the original like master footage. And I want to see people actually have to CGI other fucking monsters into this. Other creatures. I'm sorry, not every creature in the universe is a monster. That's bad. Other creatures into this and touch up the footage and shit. I want people to have that paycheck. I want people who were, either at Disney or at Lucasfilm thinking, oh man, I get to work on Star Wars. This is my job now. I get to do CGI. I'm so happy. You have to actually, you have to work on the Star Wars Holiday Special. Bill, why are you quitting? No. I will do anything for love, but I won't do that.
Yeah.
I won't do that. Like, I feel like that's just, oh man, that must be horrible.
Yep.
So anyway, either that or people who just like, man, I love Star Wars. I get to work on CGI for the new movies. Actually, you have to touch up old ones. But you actually have to put Hayden Christensen into the newest Blu-ray release of the original trilogy. No, but the old guy there. No.
But films are never finished. They're only abandoned. So you're gonna finish it.
Oh, I wasn't even thinking of Lucas doing it, but that'd be great. You're gonna finish it, or I'm gonna finish you.
They just bring it to him. It's like, so what edits do you think we could put into this to make it better? He just looks at them like, do you want me to fire you?
Oh God, no. I think what would be really funny is like just now. As much as I think George Lucas is a great person, a great human being, all I imagine now is just George Lucas just, there are certain edits that I like to put into my films, and because I feel as if these films are never finished. You wouldn't want to edit my film, but the film is perfect. John, I'm talking now, John, and I feel like sometimes people are never finished. So John, how would you like me to edit you?
Oh gosh.
In the real world, knives are my CGI.
Oh God.
And this table you're strapped to is my green screen. John, how would you like me to edit you? Do I hear a monkey in the background? Genetic mutations, John, are really nature's way of adapting. Sometimes you just have to speed up the process. Mr. Lucas, what are you doing? What?
He just takes out his Jar Jar suit.
Oh, God, no. It's like, Mr. Lucas, what are you doing? It's just like, well, you want to go edit a movie now? Yes, sir. Good.
Oh, God.
I hate this so much. We love you, George. We love you, Mr. Lucas. Mm-hmm. Please don't send Disney to my house. Also, we love you, Disney. Please don't send George Lucas to my house.
The stormtroopers should be on their way now.
You know what's scary? No, you want to know what's scary? Like, they actually, that there's like a huge fan base that makes their own stormtrooper suits.
Oh yeah,
and they're really, of course you know about them. And not just that, they actually will be hired to do stuff. So like Lucas will say, oh, we're gonna have like a screening over here in LA for the new movie. We want to hire 100 of your guys to do this, and they'll say, oh, okay, that's cool. What movie suits do you want? Because there are differences between Return of the Jedi and A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back. Stormtroopers. So they'll be like, okay, well, what suits do you want? What do you want us to do? And it's crazy the amount of time and dedication that they just do to making these suits, and to actually have to look at a Stormtrooper's codpiece and just be like, yes. Like, this is what we have to get it just right. It's fucking nuts. It's amazing. Yeah, no, it's true. You know that Weird Al is actually a huge fan, and he actually has hired some of them himself when he goes on tour. Nice. So he'll say, oh, I need stormtroopers for this dance number. And he'll just call this company, or not really company, because they're, these fans. and they'll just say, hey, we need, again, like 20 guys. It is so cool to me to think, about that because I love the cosplay, but I'm not very good at making my own costumes. So a lot of people that have seen my cosplays, they're very much like low key, right?
Yeah.
Which is funny because I've actually been low key, but more so like, I'll wear a suit and then maybe dye my hair, or I'll do a punk version of it, which means that I can wear a leather jacket and a like a lower cut T-shirt or something, just like, they don't have to just, it's like, oh no, in a white shirt. It's like, oh no, see, it's this kind of version of Joker or something like that, right? But, it's crazy to see like them actually make full-on Stormtrooper outfits that could look better than the original trilogy's versions. Like, it's nuts to me. But anyway, right? So, yeah, Lucas or Disney has hired some Stormtroopers just for some undercover trying to kill me shit. So, no, I'm kidding. They would never do that. They're wonderful. They would never do that.
Talking about the holiday special. Quick, send in the task force.
Yeah, basically. The holiday special task force. Don't fucking talk about that shit. It's like Fight Club.
It never happened.
Crap, I just talked about it. But still, the point is that we don't talk about it.
And after this, I will never acknowledge that this happened.
Exactly. So, yeah, same. So, I mean, here we are. We're at the end of our podcast. We'd like to thank you all for listening in. Apologize that you all listened in, but again, thank you. And, yeah, you already had your parting words, Tristan, so I'm just going to talk about all the stuff that we've done so far. We have ourselves some merchandise, by the way. So if you want to check out some of our merchandise, you can go see our T-shirts on Cafe Press, which is cafepress.com/TGOTR merchandise. You can go on our screened account, which is SKREENED.com/TGP merchandise, and you can get some T-shirts from both of those websites. So check those out if you want to buy some of our merch. We also have, of course, our podcast. You're listening to one right now. We have Star Wars Wednesday that we've been doing for about a month now, and we'll keep that going for as long as we can, as long as we have Star Wars material to do on a Wednesday, or we can actually keep it up, because once it comes up to Clone Wars seasons, it might be hard to watch a full season in a week. At least for me. You're good, but might be a bit harder for you to watch them in a week. So.
Yeah.
We'll see what we can do once we get past the movies or certain specials. But as of right now, we've done Star Wars podcasts. You and I have. You and I have also done Dragon Ball Z shows, Dragon Ball shows, Dragon Ball movies, OVAs, DBZ movies and OVAs, Bleach movies and OVAs. We've done Super, which we're getting back to soon. Don't know when, but Tristan needs to watch Dragon Ball Super, is the point. Also with my co-host. It's okay, you have life to do. So we have my co-host Satish Ram and I. We do WWE shows, Mike Tyson Mysteries, Black Dynamite, Steven Universe, Gravity Falls, and many more. We've had a lot of hosts on that we've done a lot of different stuff with. Check us out. We have our different social media accounts that we're talking about right now. We have our website, which is thoseguysonthe.tumblr.com, where you can check out some of our newer shows on there. We have ourselves our Facebook account, which is /ThoseGuysOnTheRadio, our Twitter, which is @ThoseGuysRadio, and our Instagram, which is /ThoseGuysOnTheRadio. You can find us on iTunes by searching up Those Guys or Those Guys on the Radio, and you'll be able to find our, all of our 200-plus shows through iTunes. You can also find us on YouTube as well. If you search up TGOTR or Those Guys on the Radio and look up channels, you should be able to find us. Constantly updating some of our newer shows on there. We also have another show. It's not really our show. It's a friend of ours that we're working with right now, Nerd New York. They're usually on during the college season. They work out of Your College Radio, ycradio.org, where you can once the college season starts again, once the college starts up again. Because we're doing this right now, 2015 of December. Once college starts up again, they'll be doing their podcast on ycradio.org every Thursday at 5, but we'll have them filmed on our YouTube channel, again, Those Guys on the Radio, and you'll be able to see them on there as well. So we also have Let's Plays, don't we, Tristan?
Yes, we do, Matt.
That is right. You and I have played Star Wars Battlefront. We played it for Thanksgiving, and which is funny how it coincides with the holiday special in some weird way. A lot better than the holiday special, though. You and I played Star Wars Battlefront. And then, we kept on going. We have some of our episodes out right now, just playing it just on our own, right, away from the, Those Guys Play series, which, by the way, on our Let's Play channel, you can go to TGP or Those Guys Play. You'll be able to see my face, right, and hear my voice. And I'll say, hey, this is Matt Marrero. And you'll go, that's the guy. That's the Those Guys guy. Yeah, it's one of the Those Guys guys. And you'll hear Tristan Walter. Yeah, and you'll Tristan Walter be like, that's the other Those Guys guy. Yeah, I know those Guys guys. So that'll be how you'll find us. Those Guys Play or TGP. Search it up on channels. And you can like us, subscribe to our videos. Also, you and I have played Luigi's Mansion for Halloween, as well as Hot Wheels Turbo Racing and Pets Crazy Monkeys. I still don't know why we subjected ourselves to the horror of Pets Crazy Monkeys, but it does make me feel like just the theme of some of our podcasts and our Let's Plays are just, Matt and Tristan subject themselves to horror. Not Hot Wheels Turbo Racing, though, because you liked that as a kid, and that's why you brought it to the Let's Play. But, yeah, and of course, and again, we played a lot of other games as well. I mean, not just you and I, just overall. I mean, there's a lot of other hosts that we've had. We played Kamen Rider for the Super Nintendo, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure for the PS3. We've also played an indie game called Dreaming Mary, another indie game called Whispering Willows. A lot of fun stuff. And, we have more on the way. Actually, no, we don't have more on the way, interestingly enough. When this comes out, you will have probably seen our season finale. And if you haven't, our season finale is myself and Satish Ram playing 007 Tomorrow Never Dies for the PS1. And at 12 a.m. tonight, because it's getting, when this will be released, at 12 a.m. tonight, right, so the night this is released, you should be seeing our Christmas special, our holiday special, where we play a game that you don't know about yet. It's a surprise. Oh. No, I don't have to be a surprise. It's James Pond 2, codename RoboCop. I swear to God, Tristan, that's a real thing. And you'll get to see...
I was stuck on the phrase holiday special. You scared me for a second.
No. It's Satish Ram and I playing this game. Older game, but again, it's our holiday/Christmas special. So definitely check it out. Again, it'll be up, 12 a.m. going into. It should be going into Thursday, I think, or going into Friday. No, sorry, it's Thursday going into Friday. But either way, it's coming up and it's on the way. And check it out on our Let's Play channel. And yeah, that's it. So, again, thank you all for listening in, and very sorry, Tristan, but say goodnight to everyone.
Good night.
Good night, everyone, and have a blessed New Year.
Happy Life Day.